morning and welcome to The Point. It is Friday, April 29th, 2022. Thank you to those of you joining us on the GBN, Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, the GBN Production YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd, GBN TV channel 7, 11 and 20, and good morning to the loyal listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9. It is Open Line Friday here on To The Point. This is where we give you, our viewers and listeners, an opportunity to call us or message us with anything that you'd like to share, any topic that you'd like to share your opinion on, weigh in on, or maybe even ask questions. This is the platform for you to do so. You can call us on the landline. It's 435-2041, or you can message us on the WhatsApp. That's also the number for the WhatsApp, 435-2041. You can send us written messages. You can also send us voice notes if you so desire. So this is Open Line Friday here on To The Point. So we're going to go. You can also post your comments, questions, queries, concerns on Facebook, the GBN Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, and the GBN Production YouTube channel. Let's go to our first call of the program. Good morning, caller.
Blossom, good morning.
Morning, Tanti. How you do?
I didn't hang in there. I tried to catch through to you, but I can't get you there at all.
Oh, my.
So as I hear the open line, I said, let me see if I could get to tell you morning and see how you're doing, because I really need to talk to you, and I'm not hearing you, and I can't see you and things like that.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yes, I believe I should be back hosting the morning program and To The Point as of Monday, God willing. So you'll be seeing more of me going forward.
God bless you. How are you doing? Good?
Yes, can't complain at all.
God bless. How is Mom?
Mommy is good.
Everybody is all right?
Yes, everybody's good.
Good to hear you, because I miss you so much, and I love to talk to you, but I don't get to talk to you. Sometimes I called the line this morning, I tried, but it was very busy.
It was busy.
So you had a lot of things to do, you and Gary.
Yes, we did.
And me and Gary and GT, we get along very well.
Yes, I know. I tune in.
And I always send love to you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
And last time I saw Joseph face to face.
Joseph is good. He's in trouble as always.
I give him some love to give. Did he give you the love?
No, he didn't,
He keep it all for himself.
He kept him for himself.
Face to face, I met him in the pharmacy, and I said, Joseph, that's you. He gave me a good hug. But I said, give Blossom some love for me.
I'll ask him for it when he gets in. Thank you, Tanti. Have a good day.
You have a blessed one. You take care of yourself.
All right.
And remember, Tanti is getting not younger, but
I shall remember.
Still there.
Yes.
You know what, I was passing in a car, my niece tell me, look at Blossom. I say, Blossom. But I was in a car, couldn't talk to you.
Oh, and I didn't hear
I look at you and I see you look so beautiful. You're wrong, and
thank you.
Behind just going up, and I say, oh my God, it's my Blossom.
Thank you.
Love you, darling.
Have a good day.
A blessed one.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you very much, Tanti. Have a good weekend. One of the loyal listeners here at Classic 105. You get to know people through this job, which is one of my favorite parts of it. People I call Tanti, and people would not believe that that's not really my blood Tanti, But she's Tanti to all of us here at Classic, at GBN, actually. Good. We lost that caller. All right, let me see if there's anything on the Facebook. We had discussions this morning on Good Morning, and there were some comments that I did not get to then. I'll see if I can get to them as we do this open line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm good.
All right, go right ahead.
Good morning. I've won $1 million this morning. Blossom, you coming back?
Yes, I shall.
Thank you. I wasn't watching the program after you left. Someone called me and tell you on the show. Thank you. I win $1 million this morning.
Well, I wish I had it in cash to give you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the support. Thank you. Bye. Have a good one. Appreciate the support. Thank you very much, caller. I wondered who wish you win the million, and I was about to beg for some, All right, let me see if I can get to some of the comments we didn't get to during the discussions this morning. Somebody on WhatsApp this morning, for those of you who didn't tune in, we spoke of a lot of things this morning, including the pension issue, the Prime Minister's national address on Tuesday, the address to the nation by political leader of the National Democratic Congress on Wednesday. We spoke about the heartbreaking boating incident involving the Coast Guard and the young man of Woburn St. George. What else did we speak about this morning? We spoke about a few things. Well, we spoke about the BVI premier that was arrested in relation to cocaine trafficking in the British Virgin Islands. A lot of things were on the table this morning between Gary and myself. So anything that you'd like to weigh in, or there's anything else that you'd like to talk about, feel free to do so. It's open line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, wonderful Blossom.
Good morning, how you do?
Morning, my wonderful lady. I miss you. I got small. I lose weight. So what's about you and the family?
The family and I are
You
good.
physically, mentally, spiritually okay?
Yes, we are.
Best way, living the best way the whole world, Grenada.
Amen.
Grenada nice, you know.
Very.
No heat wave up there right now, you know. In India, heat wave, you know.
Mm-hmm.
More than 100 years, they never see heat wave in India, so, you know. Pollution not very high up in any case. The war, everything, the whole COVID-19, and the whole, you know, messed up, you know. But we're still nice here. No, listen, I've been around for a while. And the politics in Grenada are getting ugly and fight on. Politics in Grenada for a while. Fight on. And since then, every time it's fight on, and man come in power, they want power. They power hungry, they get lick up, gunplay and all that thing, and still power hungry still. Now, we have a small country, 120, 133, pretty much involved, you know, to build. Right? The government can't do all. We as a people have to build Grenada for ourselves, not the government. Grenada has to come together and build Grenada. Who have it do it, build Grenada? The people who was in business before, as the elderly ones in any case, you know, them got tired of the business in any case. So tell the younger ones to come on take over the business. The younger ones see that time for that. They step back. People say they put the building for sale, they close down and they put the building for sale or they rent it out in any case, you know. And foreigners take over all the business in Grenada right now. Foreigners. People complain about that now. Why is foreigner take over all the business in Grenada, and why Indian and Chinese and this and the other and Australia. But billion people have money to invest money in their own country, business-wise. I think they're afraid to do business. Or they didn't, I mean, or they have no plan for Grenada to go forward. I mean, children live in school every year. No work for them. All the degree they have, when you come, no work. Right? The policy Grenada is just Grenada just to build Grenada. Grenada need to build. People invest in money in the country who have it invest, who can make it as one person come together and invest in money together as black people. But black people are afraid to come together to do business. To buy a bottle of rum, a case of rum, or 9 cases of beer and drink and get dotish, they'll come together in that. But doing business otherwise, they keep us from business. I listen to the opposition at night, I mean, discussing things about to go forward for Grenada in any case, you know. But everything I said, the government doing it. But everything opposition said they want to do, the government doing a lot of them things. Infrastructure, education, this, that, healthcare, whatnot. I mentioned about even want to pay people, pay the civil servants, I mean, the public workers, I mean, and fortnightly. But I've been giving that government advice a lot of years now, and they're taking it. Pay people weekly, fortnightly. And even a man working today, pay him today, your money, spend one time. Grenada go economy go boost up a lot more. Government go collect more revenue. Open up Grenada on a Sunday and on a holiday. It means that locking on Grenada, when Grenada lockdown, the government lose revenue every day. So open up the country. Let the country get modernized. We live in a 21st century time. Computer and thing and laptop and things, people are busy and phone and things. But we still have an old zungu thing in Grenada, yeah. Crampy, dead crampy, zungu. People don't know where to go. No entertainment, no recreation. I mean, as a modern people, young blood, vibrant blood in them, and they don't know where to go.
Okay.
Grenada's beach or go and sleep. It's time we open up Grenada, make it modernized, get bus system running, this, that running. Okay. But we cannot get the unemployment in Grenada 0% as the opposition mentioned, and 0% poverty. That is impossible.
Okay.
Have a blessed day.
Have a good one. Thank you very much. Thank you, caller. Let me go to WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, Deacon Mitchell spoke like a statesman, and all is possible and will be done. No false promises. We have our resources and we will use it. Back to the phone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom. How are you?
I'm good. How you do?
I'm pretty good. I don't think you know me, but I know your mom.
Oh,
we all went to school together.
Okay.
Listen, I am so proud of Deacon. Hey, girl, I listen. I go to sleep early. I get up early in the morning. I go to sleep early because I get up very, very early. I'm a self-employed. So like 1 o'clock while you're up or whatever, I up at that time while you're sleeping, I'm up. So, but yes, somebody said to me, Deacon is speaking, so drink some coffee, girl. You got to listen to this. Got to listen to him. And girl, I tell you, I was so proud of this young man. So proud of him. I'm a St. David woman. I ain't living in St. David, but I'm a St. David woman, and I'm proud of him. These young people will take Grenada forward, and for every Grenadian, for every Grenadian. This last caller say about the Grenada Zugu Zugu. Well, we have a NNP government that is Zugu Zugu, so they don't listen to you, as you say. You always used to say have pay twice a week, twice a month, and they don't listen to you. But you still on the case. There's Zugu. The time for them to rest and let the young people take Grenada forward, take the Grenada to a different height. I am so proud of him, girl. Somebody called me yesterday. I haven't heard from him in a year and a half, and she said to me, girl, she said, he from on the ground with us, girl. He from St. David's, she's so proud. I tell you, I went to sleep, and I couldn't sleep right away. This young man, and he remind me of when you win the election, the next morning you cannot wait, you eager to get up to celebrate. That is how I felt. I'm really happy that Grenada has really rise up. The young people has rise up to a new light, and we'll take the country forward and really develop the Grenada, because right now we need to develop Grenada. Have a good day, Blossom.
Thank you very much, caller. You enjoy your day as well. Zugu Zugu. I think that's my favorite word of the morning. Zugu Zugu. All right, let me scroll through before I go back by the landline. Somebody on WhatsApp says, I love Mr. Deacon. His talk was excellent that night. That's our next start over. I love Mr. Deacon. His talk was excellent that night. That's our next Prime Minister. Congratulations, Mr. Deacon. There we go. Good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, go right ahead.
Well, I listen to Deacon Mitchell, right? I'm not saying he's not a spokesman, right? He's a young man and he could speak. But what he was saying is sung as the arbitrary to me. Because in no way we will get zero employment. We will no way that poverty will go zero. I wish him all the best, but that is our election promise. I'm betting the whole agree that Carrico and Pity Martin, because NBC is always NBC. Always like that. We put them there in 2008 and they make a mess. They come back and make a mess again if they win the election. I'm so sorry I have to say it like that.
Thank you very much, caller. I guess Mr. Mitchell was speaking optimistically. All right, let me go scroll through. Somebody on Facebook says, that's only talk. Talk without no play. What's only talk? Just to clarify, Facebooker. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, Miss Welsh. Greetings.
Morning, Citizen Roller. How you doing?
I'm quite all right, thank you. Listen, pop up your ears for what I shall say in this here country this morning. Just a couple of observations. Don't get scared. Listen, the first thing is, I must indeed say that in recent weeks, I felt and continue to feel disenfranchised at between 7 and 8 in the evening. News items, headlines are introduced to the people, the population, the audience. But after 10, 12, sometimes up to 14 minutes, because I've been checking them, the news is truncated. And we are not privileged to even some of the headlines previously introduced to us. Now, the people who have the television, who have the smartphones and the computers and so on, they can follow if they're tuned in there on their platform. But if you're listening to a simple transistor radio FM, you will be deprived of a full newscast. And this to me is an insult. And therefore I listen to my verbs very carefully, invite the management of GBN to look at that again and see if they can rearrange the news so that people will get the full news, including the international news, the regional news. It's a newscast, I think something should take place here from a management level to try to correct that anomaly. Because the people, like me, who are expecting a full newscast are then deprived of it. That's the first observation.
I just want to clarify, Citizen Ruler. So you mean for the listeners on Classic or the transistor radio, as you call it, the news is usually cut, I think, after the first segment?
Yes.
And you want the entire 1 hour newscast, you mean?
Clearly, that's what we're looking for.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to
thought that is what I said.
No, I believe so.
Meticulous in my verbs, you know.
I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page. All right, go ahead to the next one.
The second thing is this, Citizen Welsh. This is the third week after having spoken to the people in your newsroom, inviting them to sit with me for 5 to 10 minutes, can't be any more. I have the paraphernalia because I've used it prior in another jurisdiction to be able to vote, cast a secret ballot as a visually impaired person. I've invited them to come over, sit with me for a little while in the porch there, and I will demonstrate to them how this can be done, how it has been done, and it can be done, so that the people of Grenada who can see will see. And of course, it will be the duty of the media to explain, and even the electoral authority, to explain the nitty-gritty and the details. And I note that they refuse to do it. I take this with serious concern. Why? Why don't you give the people of this country to see, the opportunity to see for themselves, to debunk the fallacy of the law of this country, the Representation of the People Act, which says that a visually impaired person has to go into the booth with a friend or some other person of confidence. Why? Which violates the Constitution, Section 32, subsection 3, that says that it should be done and a ballot should be cast in a way or done in a way as to never to give disclosure of who a person votes for. I urge you also, Citizen Welsh, to invite the electoral authority on board. Bring them in on a morning. Let them answer questions from the people. I have some serious concerns. And I'm certain that many others. I end by saying this. Your previous caller spoke. There's a second caller. Yes, I think he made some very important points. He always does. Although he has his way. And reference was also made to the delivery of a speech so-called by the head of the second largest political party in the country. I was rather impressed also to hear the young man speak and say, he's right, he's intelligent and so on, he's a lawyer, whatnot and whatnot. But I want to mark this. I heard things that I've been hearing all through the years. Promises coming from people who seemingly, and this is what I want to focus in on, seemingly are heading for an executive job.
Okay.
And therefore, let me just end by saying this. I want to hear now the side of the legislature. What legislative agenda does he have to guarantee that all these things spoken about and promised about can take place?
Okay.
I await him. Have a nice day, will you?
Thank you very much, Citizen Rollo. You enjoy your day and your weekend as well. All right. Somebody on Facebook, I would remind the newsroom, Citizen Rollo, I would remind the newsroom about your invitation. Somebody on Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, please think positively. It's new people. Give them a change. Grenadians need to get out of this negative attitude. Another Facebooker says, some people have one-track mind and change. Love to see people suffer. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you today?
I'm good. How you do?
I'm good. I'm glad to hear your voice. For a long time, I had the opportunity to call in on the calling program. But I have one little observation that I want to make concerning the young man, the accident that took place on the ocean. And it has to do with the clips that the newspaper bring on when they bring it on the news. and they bring it on the event, whatever happened. Somehow, sometimes they take clips that is not related to the event, and they show it. And I know they're doing that to bring some consciousness of who the person is, or maybe something about the people that is in the tragedy. But in a lot of cases, you listen to a tragedy, but you see an event where, like for example, we saw when the guy was spinning around in the water on the boat, and people are listening to a tragedy news, and all of a sudden you're seeing this event. It doesn't correlate with, the two doesn't work together. And somehow you're giving people false impression. Some people may think, well, okay, these guys were fooling around, they bad behaving, or they having too much fun and things happen to them. And if people justify all kind of things. But my point is that I don't find we should be using clips that are not related to the event or the tragedy to bring on publicity. For example, there is also the publicity on Facebook where the guy comes from a drug infested area. That is not something that should be part of. It's a tragedy. It's an event, whether it's an accident or whatever. They need to be more sympathetic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. The drug infested comment. It was not the GBN. Again, it was not the GBN. The drug infested comment about Woburn. In relation to the boat in the water, that is actual footage of the deceased doing what he loves. That was the caption when the person sent us the video. You would appreciate there's no actual footage of the incident as in video and so you just need to use related footage. So one of the people in the boat is the deceased. I'm trying to remember if the other person was the other person involved. But there's no other than that, and the picture of the boat on the shore, there's no actual footage of the incident, so there's, it's related. Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, caller, that is one of the previous callers. Caller, whenever NNP lost their seat, they always leave the country in a mess, and it takes a long time to clean up the mess that the NNP has left. Another Facebooker says, it is a set of... Okay, I'll not read that one. Another WhatsApp, not a Facebooker. Mrs. Smartman, I thought you were intelligent enough to realize that this is a different group of people followed by a new leader. What happened in 2018 is not going to happen in 2022. Open your eyes and for God's sake, and stop being a dummy. Lord, let's be nice in the comments. I just had to skip a whole comment. Let's be nice in the comments. WhatsApp. Until the phone rings. WhatsApp. Deacon Mitchell presented the party's vision for Grenada. We should work towards zero poverty and unemployment. Why are we willing to continue to accept high poverty and unemployment? Deacon will bring fresh blood and ideas for a more prosperous Grenada. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Blossom, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm pretty okay. I hope your mom is listening. Hi, Agatha.
Most likely she is.
Yes. I would like to share my voice with the sentiments of some other callers. It's just a refreshing breeze. It is inspirational. It is tranquilizing. I can use all the adjectives to just describe Deacon Mitchell and his delivery. Basically, his first delivery in terms of policy to the nation. It's unfortunate, very unfortunate, that some persons and it is clear that they are politically blinded, partisan, political, blinded people that is making those negative comments as it relates to some of the things that he says. It is obvious. I can attest, Blossom, because I happened to work in an area one time when I was paid fortnightly. And I can tell you, I have a number of children, and at that time they were small. And that thing helped me immensely because I was able, previously I was working on a monthly basis, and I was catching hell although I was making much more money than when I was working fortnightly. I was able to blossom when I was working fortnightly to see my way much, much better. I look at the United States, and they have a similar system. And that country, that you always have monies in your hands to spend. And I would call on Grenadians, please, for a while, take off your partisan political spectacles and see what is happening around you. This is a young man, very intelligent, and he has a team behind him that I honestly believe will transform Grenada. At one time, Blossom, I was involved in the politics wholeheartedly, partisan politics, and I'd removed myself. But after listening to Deacon Mitchell, I had resurfaced. I had to resurface. I could not have stayed on the sidelines. I could not have stayed on the back burner, in the back line, and not make myself available to assist in helping us to come out from that malaise in which we are faced with under the new National Party. It's your right to support any political party that you're aligned to, but I'm asking Grenadians to open their eyes, see what is happening. It is continuously happening. This mamagism, this trickery to always fool Grenadians and to go back into office, and nothing has happened. Nothing. I will just make one example before I leave. The NMP has a house as its symbol. And I ask Grenadians to just look around, look for a while. What has they done for housing in Grenada? There are a lot of young people, save and except that the Chinese, those boxes that the Chinese build, and forgive me for saying boxes, because we are not accustomed to that. We are a society that wants our little thing, no matter how small it is, that we could be able to plant something around. What they have now done, Blossom, they are pushing people further into poverty. That those people who would be accommodated in those units cannot even plant anything. They don't even have place to spread their clothes. They don't even have a yard for children to play. No recreational facilities. This is not thing for our society.
Okay.
So the promise that was made by Deacon about the NDC partner with the private sector in building houses for our people should be embraced by Grenadians, because there are a number of public servants, young people, who want to own their own home for themselves.
Okay.
You know, and I just admonishing people as I leave for a short while, take out the partisan political glasses and look around and see what is happening. Grenada is poised to have a change and a chance to just be free from that malice that day.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. And on that note, let's take a break, and then we're going to come back and continue Open Line Friday here on To The Point. You're tuned into Classic 105 and GBN. We'll be right back.
The most anticipated family fun-filled event on the GBN calendar is back. The Maggie King of the Grill. Join us on June 4th at Montrouge. Be part of the culinary masterpiece as the best grillers on island compete for the coveted title of the Maggie King of the Grill. Think you have what it takes? Be part of the action. June 4th. Book your spot. If not, step away from the grill if you can't handle the heat.
Prevent cold and flu by washing your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. That's the time it takes to remove most germs. No soap and water? No worries when you've got alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
Are you a small business and would like your business to grow? Do you have an event, products or services that people should know about? Be wise. Advertise. Book your spot on GBN Shopping Guide. Be part of Grenada's biggest advertising medium, the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Call our sales department now on 440-2446 or 440-3033 or GBN plus the number sign. Email us at sales@gbn.gd. Special conditions apply.
Welcome back to The Point. Is Open Line Friday here on the program, giving our viewers and listeners an opportunity to share their thoughts on anything of national, international, regional concern. Landline number once again, 435-2041. That's also the WhatsApp number. Written messages as well as voice notes can be facilitated, and you can continue to post your comments, questions, queries, concerns on Facebook and YouTube. Back to the phone lines. Good morning, caller.
Morning, greetings, Blossom.
Greetings, brother.
How are you? Long time no here.
I am doing great. How are you?
I'm there.
Love.
Now, situation is not new, you know. The people of our country is that they doesn't like change. Now, we are a leader for many years. The most in all the prime ministers that ever come through. If he do good, he do bad. But the time has come to whereby we need a new system, a new brain, a new sight, a new vision, you know? And now we have a youth which we think progressive enough and intelligent enough and have the wisdom to bring us forward, not with the agenda that was set up for us through the colonial era. We're looking at the world today changing so rapidly. We still stand a good chance to take off ourselves from under this leadership which they create for our people. Because most of the time it's not with people who put leaders there. It's like some agent put leaders there for us, and we have evidence in too many times. So now we have somebody we can use as evidence to show the changes in the youths and to give them a better mindset and a better goal in life. So right about now we have Mr. Dickens, and I don't see he to be a problem. I see he to be a solver to the problems that our past leaders, past politicians has brought us through. And I think he should take sufficient from their experience, look at the bad, and let's begin. I always think that our mother and father didn't do all the things that they wanted to do right. And if we could recognize what they have done that wasn't right, we are the ones today to take out the pressure on them and free the spirit by doing the things that we know. Maybe they hadn't the fair chance to do it right. But we are the ones, we are the body and soul of them still. So let's pull ourselves together as a little nation and all this tribulation that we come through. Let's use our youths today, and the elders as guardians in a positive way to help our leader, our common leader, to make the thing better for the children. Give thanks. Bless.
Thank you very much, brother. Give thanks as well. Let me go to some Facebook comments. Somebody on Facebook says, many things happening, excited about Spice Mass, beautiful costumes being advertised, election in short order. FYI, taking 30 plus days to get voter's card though. The most valuable civic duty a citizen can do is to vote in an election to get your voices heard, despite who you cast your vote for. If you don't vote, then really one does not have a right to complain. Vote. Another Facebooker says, come on, Grenadians, let's wake up. We have tried and tested the old, and they are still looking for their legacy after all those years. So let's try the new to see what they can deliver. We cannot know unless we try. Let's do it, please. WhatsApp, before I go back to the landline, somebody on WhatsApp says, Grenadians need to listen to how someone speaks, their decorum and intelligence. Team NDC will transform Grenada. We have all resources here to move us out of poverty, but instead we sit down and after a government spent 23 years in office, did nothing to lift us. We need the change. We have been made dependent on handouts and give me. Team NDC will empower us and transform our lives. Those saying where they will get the money, it's right in our country, not empty promises. Where is the oil and gas? Where is the shrimp and fowl farm, etc.? Open your eyes, all NNP supporters, sit down and listen. Don't jump and clap when they tell you vote for us and continue to suffer. That's why they do you so. That's why they do so you. Do you so. Good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning, Blossom.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Nice seeing you come back, man.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Right. Now, we as elder, mothers, fathers, and grandparents, if we love our children, let's do the things that is right. Look at where we're heading to, and look at what's going on. We had a sugar factory. It disappeared. We had a soap factory. It disappeared. We had a nectar factory. It disappeared. We had a plane. It disappeared. We had a ketchup factory. It disappeared. We had how much street drink around Grenada? We have nothing. Nothing we don't have. And then you're telling me, or you're telling the nation or the world, Grenada going forward. What we going forward to eat? The dust from the ground? We can't eat the dust from the ground. Because if God wanted us to eat the dust from the ground, He will not provide food for us. Right? And this is overbearing. It's overbearing. Our children, as He Himself say, He won't be around when the tension get hot. And He will make Grenada ungovernable. That when He done with it, nobody will be able to take it out where He put it. So let's take it out in His hand right now. As the time come, and then we see what we could do for our children and our children. Have a nice day with me.
Thank you very much, caller. You enjoy your day as well. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning.
And welcome back.
Thank you very much.
I hope it's tolerant.
Let's see what happens going forward. Thank you.
Blossom, the caller before the last two, I want to identify with the sentiments that he has placed forward. Blossom, Grenada has been under NNP for 20 plus years. And Grenada has gone to poverty more than any other time we can recall in history. I'm 75 years old, so I've been around for a long time. Now, when you look down around the city, you see more Grenadians are on the street trying to make a living by the sidewalk, putting up either a little tent, some boxes and something to cover them from the sun on the back of a car, trying to make a living. But when we look in the buildings, who we see there? Who we see in the buildings around? Take a look around the city and see who are in the buildings and where Grenadians are. Grenadians have not been given the opportunity to establish themselves in businesses. And as one of the callers mentioned, those factories that disappear. Where is the progress? Where is the development we are talking about? It causes me to remember, Satan tells you he's giving you a lot of things. But when you look back, you can't see it. So we wonder, where is the progress? Where is the development that we are talking about? I'm not a party politics person. I do support party. I just do what I have to do when the time comes. But Blossom, we have gone poverty-stricken over the last 20 plus years. And we need to go back to God and seek His face so that He can do something for us as a nation to put us back on our feet, pull us out from the deep hole we are in, and have mercy and deliver us from where we are and where we are headed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. J. Have yourself a good day today. Facebook, somebody says getting paid bi-weekly is the best way to go. Another Facebooker says when you get paid fortnightly, you get 25 fortnightly payments as compared to 12 monthly payments. So you are getting an extra half month's pay. Well, sign me up. Good morning, caller.
Hello.
Good morning. Go right ahead.
These callers who called in, I'm talking about NNP and DC. Let me tell you something. It's equivalent to the Republicans and the Democrats. You put the Democrats for half time, you put the Republicans for half time. But everybody knows they're supporting. Well, what going on with Deacon? It come like Donald Trump coming, and we're going to get what we're looking for. I wish him all the best.
Thank you very much, caller. All right, let me go by WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, this nation needs a lot of serious praying and prayers. Too much sad and senseless things going on. Hoteliers sexually harassing staff, young innocent people dying, pensioners suffering after long, hard years of dedicated work, supporters of party making confused statements, etc., etc. Please, I'm begging us to start praying some more. We need a healing. Still on WhatsApp, somebody on WhatsApp says, the sad thing about all this is that a lot of these people call the radio and make contributions, and when elections come, they stay home and wish enough will go to vote. Start over. Sorry. Let's start over. The sad thing about all this is that a lot of people call the radio making contribution, and when elections come, they stay home and wish enough will go out to remove the government, but they are not coming out to vote, and that is really sad. They know all that the country needs, but will do nothing more than talk. I tend to agree with you. We talk a lot and we don't put it into action. Go out and vote, no matter who you're voting for, whether it's a political party, a specific candidate, or an independent candidate. Make your voice heard. Let your voice be heard. Good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, Blossom.
Hi.
I am a pensioner, and my pension money stays in the country. I invest with my money. People get jobs from my money. Even if you have some in the bank, people can get loans from my money. So the money that the government will be paying the pensioners, they will not be burying it in the earth. They will be spending it back in the country. The money will be circulating. When you pay Dennis Byron $1,500, this money will be going back in St. Kitts. The other guy, Antoine money, will be going back in Jamaica. But Grenadian money will be staying in Grenada, and it will be circulating. So the pensioners will not be burying the money. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you for your contribution. Facebook, what I cannot understand when the NNP government passed the law for the ministers to get pension and gratuity, why they think about the public servants need pension and gratuity as well. Why they didn't think the public servants need pension and gratuity as well. Another Facebooker says paying bi-weekly would help drive the economy in many different ways. People can budget for their bills more effectively without leaving a strain on their pockets. Let me go on back on WhatsApp before I go back to the landline. Somebody on WhatsApp says, I have a concern. Now, how is the NNP administration helping the youth of this country through the housing program? Take, for example, they said if you are working for more than $800, you are not eligible. How far is $1,000 or $1,200 from $800? Can we, the young people, buy material with a difference to build a house? You can be working for more than $800 and still be vulnerable. This needs to be relooked. Thank you very much for that contribution, WhatsApper. I agree. Relook it. Good morning, caller.
Good morning to you, Blossom, and the listening public, home and in the diaspora. Blossom, the same NDC these people speak about that will go there and make mess is the same NDC that came up with this free school books program so that we can educate our children. And I'm eternally grateful. Blossom is the same government that had the Chinese housing project in Sobeys. Today we have hundreds of people from all over Grenada living there. The abattoir that you call State of the Abattoir Act in Maribor came under the NDC administration led by Tillman Thomas. This trade center that we are glad to have our main events now came under the NDC administration by George Breezen. And you can go on and on. The market in Grenville, up to now, people, yes, St. George's Market, people still on the road because the market is incomplete. So many things have been done. Come on, people, let us stop. One man cannot be at the helm forever. If you love Papa so much, let Papa go home and enjoy millions with his family. We all could contribute wherever we are. God bless you, Deacon. He is our own homegrown. And as a young person, I believe that you are doing well. Continue to do well and do good for Grenada. God bless you, Blossom. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Bless you as well. Facebook. I happened to listen to the NNP in Sateers, and I heard Mrs. Moses say the NNP will continue to make Grenadians suffer. She may have misspoken, but it doesn't take away the reality of what's happening in Grenada under this present administration. I think it's making them tell the truth, and many more from that camp will do the same, telling the real truth on their platform to come. WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, I am still wondering why our Prime Minister had to mimic the U.S. State of Union address to go to the Trade Center to give his address on Tuesday. I do hope that he got the center for free. If not, that money can help to pay the back pay. Still on WhatsApp, only Winty made bigger promises. Tell me one new thing that the NDC leader spoke of. The last person is the most political person to speak. Okay. Tell me one new thing that the NDC leader spoke of. The last person that called, well, not this one, that would be maybe about 15 minutes ago. The last person that called is the most political person to speak so far. What is the proof he has the NDC leader could do all the problems? A true NDC saying what is not. Having tough times reading. Punctuation, my people. Punctuation helps. Please, a little comma here, a little full stop there, it helps with the fluency in reading the comments. Please and thanks. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, Blossom. How are you?
Morning, I'm good. How you do?
I'm okay. As a young person, right, I agree with the WhatsApp in terms of the housing program. This thing really needs to be relooked because I had the same experience. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, caller. Okay. So sometimes when you think it's you alone, it's other people. So hopefully the powers that be are listening and they can relook those requirements. Still on Facebook, somebody says Grenada is going forward with empty promises and no hopes, no future for our young people, only for the big boys. Grenadians, wake up and vote this government out. Another Facebooker. Easy to make promises, but very hard to get them done, especially in this economic situation. Still on Facebook, I keep saying I hear more about young Bishop in the 4 years he's been in the office compared to 23 years his government has been there. All right, no calls. Back on WhatsApp, somebody says, I do understand our people. We love our country so much, but only when things are not going our way personally we condemn. Where were all these people before? Why didn't they speak to those in authority to lend support? The factors that are not functional, who is responsible? Is it the minister? Who was in charge of the shrimp and fowl farms? Our own irresponsible people. Caller, no caller, back on WhatsApp. The man is out of order to compare Deacon to Donald Trump. Good morning, caller.
Pleasant morning to you, Sister Blossom.
Morning, Nenny. How you do?
Oh, Nanny, they so thanks. Nanny coming and he was not well for a few months, you know.
Well, good to know you're getting better, man.
Yes, I'm getting better. Praise God.
Amen.
Yes, I just hear your voice and I say, let me call you.
Well, I appreciate that, Nanny. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Stay safe.
and I want to leave a note. You're never too old to own. You're never too young. You're never too young to own. You're never too old to learn.
Amen.
Yes.
Thank you very
have a blessed weekend.
You do the same, Nanny. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you very much, Nanny. It's almost time for us to wind down. Let me see if I can get some more comments on Facebook while I wait on the phone line. Somebody on Facebook says, Hey, caller, leave Deacon alone. Look here, with some laughing faces. Another Facebooker, weekly payments still won't help increase of salary. Stop. Weekly payments still won't help. Increase of salary will help. Facebook, you are quite right on that. Do Grenadians pay NIS? Every old age person over the age of 65 is entitled to a government pension, and every retired public servant is entitled to gratuity whenever they resign. I don't know what that my people been robbed systematically by the government of the day. Shame on you, Mr. Mitchell. Alrighty, no landlines, still on Philize. There's a caller, maybe the last call of the program. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, Blossom.
Morning.
Good to hear you again.
Good to be here.
Blessings.
Thank you.
Mr. Deacon Mitchell, let no man despise the youth, but be thou an example in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. That was Paul's word to young Timothy. I'm a senior citizen. That's my word to Mr. Deacon Mitchell and his team. I love youth. I was young at one time. I'm not that young again. I compliment you on the way forward. I compliment those young people who have seen it fitting to join the band to bring change to our lovely country. I commend everybody, those senior citizens on the team. Use your expertise, your experience, and be the guiding light on the way forward. Let no man despise thy youth. Pleasant weekend to all.
Thank you very much, caller. A pleasant weekend to you as well. All right, let me see if I can read last few comments. Somebody on Facebook. Payments every 2 weeks will increase spending in the country and would be better for the Grenada economy. Another Facebooker, truth be told, too many people depend on handouts, too lazy to help themselves. Those are the ones who will always vote the party that caters to their selfish needs. What a shame. Another Facebooker, I happened to listen to the Prime Minister and Deacon this week, and it was oil and water. What I heard from the PM was someone looking for sympathy and about to drag the pension issue until the election. I think the PM should remember Coma and what he did the Blaze. So now he is getting a taste of his own Remember Karma and what he did to Prime Minister Blaze. So now he is getting a taste of his own medicine. On the other hand, Deacon brings about hope to the people that we can do better and get above the poverty line. And he reminds me of a bishop in the making. Let me read WhatsApp. One of the callers commented on selling on the street, which country this doesn't exist. Those in the buildings go to banks. Grenadians like their money in the bank. There's a comment on the housing program on WhatsApp. The housing program is a big issue. The Mongay is the worst and most deplorable, and only we getting robbed. Sad to say, but true. Lost, y'all, please be safe. All right, and I can't read many more, but I wanted to read this comment here that said, where is it? I want to make sure I have it. Right. Grenadians, open all your eyes and ears. What I want to leave you with, though, is go out and get registered to vote. That's the comment I want to leave with us. Get registered. I heard the Prime Minister make a comment recently that you do not need your voter's ID card to cast your ballots. But I just want to encourage us to get registered. I recall there was an election year that a lady She had to leave, go and get the ID and come back. So according to, I guess, where you go, they may ask for the voter's ID, whereas they may not. I say better safe than sorry. As my grandmother used to say, sometimes those in authority like to show off and stamp their authority. So you just never know who you would bounce up when you go to the polling station. So you better just have all your ducks in a row. Better you have it and don't need it than don't have it and need it. So please go out and get registered to vote. Renew your voter's ID cards if you have not done so, and be prepared to cast your ballots. I'm excited. I'm always excited about election. Just to dip my finger in the ink. Nothing else. I just like the process. It gives me joy. I like the process, standing in line before sunrise and shoot my big X. So get yourself registered to vote, and please stay safe from COVID-19. There are no national restrictions, or very few national restrictions in place, but you can employ your personal restrictions to stay safe and COVID-19 free. Hand sanitizers, masks, even though you're the Lone Ranger. Whatever you need to do to stay safe, please do so. We are currently at, as of Wednesday night, we were at 380 active COVID-19 cases, and those are the cases that are known. I don't know how many we added yesterday and how many we will add today, but I don't want you to be among the statistics. So please stay safe. Have yourselves an enjoyable weekend. It's May Day celebrations on Sunday, God willing. It starts 9 a.m. It's in St. George this year. It's the parade starts, or the marching of the I'm going to say the bands. The marching of the unions starts at the food line on the Karani James Boulevard and makes its way to the Royal Louis Junior Murray stand at the National Stadium. So you can be a part of that activity on Sunday, God willing. If you're not going to church, 9 a.m. the parade starts, or the marching starts. So happy May Day weekend to each and every one of you. Happy celebrations to all our workers, whichever union you're a part of. Please continue to be safe. Long live workers' rights. That's the end of my time for today. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Have yourselves a safe and enjoyable long weekend. Monday is a public holiday, but I will be here from 6 a.m. and I will be with you on the morning programs going forward, at least for the foreseeable future, as we get deeper into elections and carnival and whatever else is happening. So see you guys on Monday, God willing. Be safe. Have a good weekend. I'm out.